everyone, and welcome to What to Read Next Part 10. Today I'll be reviewing and talking about a fantastic novel in young adult genre, Half Bad, written by the best-selling author Solly Green, which has already broken to Guinness World Records as the most translated book and the most translated children's book by a debut author before publication. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with fresh content every week. So without even wasting more precious time, let the review begin. In the world that Half-Bad creates, witches live secretly among humankind. The narrative of this novel tells the story of Nathan, a young witch who does not quite fit in. Nathan is half white witch, half black witch, thus making him half bad, as black witches are feared and hunted by the whites. His mother was a white witch, and his father, Marcus Edge, is known as the most powerful and the most terrifying black witch in the world. In order for him to survive, Nathan must receive 3 gifts before his 17th birthday, before he is cut by those who do not want it to happen. This book is full of really interesting and unique characters that were not always easy to read nor likable. The protagonist Nathan is a conflicted character, and I felt that really helped to translate the world of the narrative and how Nathan is struggling to survive in a world that both black and white witches reject him. I also found that the novel to be an incredibly original concept. In a time where J.K. Rowling dominates the witchcraft fiction market, it is a fresh new look to what readers may be used to. Solly Green's gritty approach to witches has received heaps of praise, which for the main part is completely deserved. For example, the character of Gabriel was a wonderful one to read. Gabriel's character has an aura of mystery about him. Seeming to take his job of caring for Nathan seriously from the start, he had a level of maturity about his character. His relaxed and kind nature made me take a liking to him from the beginning, seeming to be the opposite of Nathan. On the other hand, I did feel that certain parts of the novel were relatively slow in contrast to the first half of the book, which I could not put down. But this could just be a case of the narrative gradually building up towards the ending when it then regained its momentum. However, the positive outweighs any negative points for this novel. One of my favorite things about this book is how dark it is. As weird as that is to say, Nathan is treated horrifically by the White Council and several other white witches. A fact that, while difficult to read about, is probably more indicative of how humans would handle magic if it was actually real than pretty much any other series I've read, especially in the young adult genre. This greedy mix of the bad things that can happen to you in the real world and bad things that can happen to you in a magical one pushes the narrative forward in a powerful way. I read the whole book in a single sitting. Plus, a happier effect of this combination is that it makes simple acts of decency all more striking for the dark circumstances under which they occur. It didn't take long for me to become invested in these characters, and I guess it won't take you long either. The complexity of Nathan's character is really rare among all the young adult books I've read, and it becomes darker, more complicated each page you read, and how it develops during the whole trilogy is amazing to read. But in my opinion, it is the way that Green narrates the story that makes this book and the rest of the trilogy definitely worth reading. Nathan's viewpoint carries the story, part of it in second-person narration, part of it in first-person. The second-person narration is one of the best aspects of Half-Bad. The story opens with Nathan's ordeal. He's being kept in a cage, constantly observed, working as a house slave for the person who's keeping him. The cruelty he experienced there is almost indescribable, and it makes perfect sense that the narration here is in second person. It is very effective in showing that dissociative states Nathan lives as a means of self-preservation. The narration changes into first person when remembering his life, which is presented as another way of self-defense as he remembers the kindness he has known from his brother Aaron and his childhood sweetheart Annalise, who happens to be a white witch. The transition between the second person narration and first person really is amazing. Always keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you get to read the story from different perspectives all the time, which points to how unique and well written this book really is. Despite its violence, Half Bad is a quick, action-packed read, easy to get through and entertaining until the very last page. Dark, tough, and bloody, definitely a book worth reading. I promise if you pick up the first book, it will leave you desperate in continuing your journey with Nathan by reading the rest of the trilogy, Half Wild and Half Lost, in a magical world that's far away from fair. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure to support and subscribe my channel and click the bell icon next to it so that you are the first to know when I upload a new video. If you feel for it, share your thoughts and feedbacks about my videos or the books I introduce. If you enjoyed the video, like it and share it with friends. Until next time, which won't be as far away as you think. Bye bye.